Well, YouTube deficit here. And someone had asked me to, of course, check up with the Delphi murders by request. So far, the only thing that's come up on Alan is that he's allowed to switch jails. And then we have another Anthony Snots update. He will not withdraw a guilty plea. So he's going to stand trial for every child pornography thing he's caught with. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Everything was, caught on computer. But still no word on, and I like how they keep throwing in the Delphi murders on this guy. He fired his old lawyer. After sentencing hearing was derailed. This friggin'... I don't know why they just don't get it over with this guy, because... I don't know why he wants his sentencing on July 27th. There's an interview with him, of course. I ain't even going to go over that because of the simple fact that, why do they keep throwing this up and he is not the murderer? So why do they keep mentioning him in the Delphi murders is beyond me. Alright, they did see something that he was active. Okay, I get it. He was on Snapchat. The girls thought they were with, a young, good-looking guy. But they got, sideswiped with another person. And, who knows how that other person was able to interact. And the only way I could see anybody interacting, just to throw this guy under the bus to keep him, if someone can hack into the system, a hacker. So this guy, was, seen contacting these girls. Who knows, maybe sometimes you can see messages. The only way you could see messages through, Facebook, say so, if you're friends with a person. Or sometimes, there are ways that you can read other people's messages on Facebook and not be a friend. So, hey, someone either friended the girls, and just kept their eyes on them because of them talking, to say so boys as they think they're talking to. Which they're just talking to, straight up perverts. But who knows who's on the other side of that page. And I see a lot of stuff that comes up, and I block. I'm careful with who I add to pages and stuff. Because you don't know what they are on the other side. You don't know what they could be. You don't know what they're capable of. And it sucked to say, if you're on there just trying to be that cheerful, upright person, these girls supposedly, and I'm not saying it, I'm just saying what other people are saying. This is not coming from my mouth. This comes from articles that they're being little Miss Piggies. interested in boys, People were throwing them under the bus, saying they, wanting to find out, the facts of life. And whatever the case may be, it's none of my business. They should have been a little bit more monitored. But you're only going to do so much. But, it is what it is, but then again, it's, there has to be some limitations, so. But you know how teenagers get when they get that curiosity roaming, and, boys and girls will be boys and girls, but what can you do with the birds and the bees? But anyways, it's sad that they went off looking, in the wrong direction. And to find some guy, faking the page, doing something like this just to get his rocks off. Nothing disgusts me more than an adult man who probably just can't get a woman. And that's why I said, I'll say it again, and I've said it before. You know what? Dating pages, if you look into some, and I'll guarantee you look into this one, and it's not to be ball busting, it's not to be hateful, it's not to be, it's just, it is what it is. People ain't all born with good looks. People ain't always born with the right, pizzazz. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, it ain't to be hateful. Uglydating.com. If people find people that, are in their category, instead of making fake pages, and then when you put up a fake picture, and I've had it happen, I've said it before in one of my previous videos about, uglydating.com. I remember a guy who used to go on these dating sites when it started up, say like in the mid-90s, late 90s, like 98, 99, start coming out instead of the personal ads in the newspaper. Right. He would say, I got this woman showed a picture of herself when she was younger. Or there was another one that showed a picture that wasn't even her. And when he met the woman, it was all what it wasn't to be. It all wasn't cracked up to be. And this guy was very particular on what he was looking for in a woman, for looks only, because he's that much of a scumbag. But, you gotta realize, you can't be throwing up pictures 30 years ago, or, pictures that are not you or look similar to you, and then expect a great outcome. If you, uglydating.com, like I said, it's not an insult. It's not trying to bash people down. It's putting people in the category where they belong. That's it. And I'm for sure you don't want to be with, someone that's a hateful, rotten person that will do nothing but just ridicule you anyways. And when you don't want to get to the date, and all of a sudden it's like, who the hell are you? And what the hell is this? And make a big scene. It's just a dating site that would bring couples together, that are meant to be, just like everything else. You just can't go, throwing around stuff that ain't you or look like you years ago. It just, you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. And if someone like Keegan, he's not a good-looking guy, right? And you see him here, and it was ugly picture anyway. Yeah, it ain't gonna come up better than that anyways. But Keegan Klein, he ain't a great-looking guy. He looks like a middle-aged man, and he's young. But Hey, if he would have went on the site like uglydating.com, maybe he would have got a date. Someone in his category. Someone that looks like, hey, him. Not trying to chase down women because he's that desperate. And when he's going after little girls, it's even more worse. More sick. Because, right, the guy can't get nobody. And he's trying to get good-looking women, but they don't want him. Rejection. And rejection leads to a lot. I'm not making excuses for nobody, especially for child molesters, but you got to realize that excuses like this and rejections, the rejections, and trying to get out there to find somebody puts a lot of people in depression, and they go off and do stupid things. It's as simple as that. So, I mean, there have been, don't get me wrong, good-looking men can have any woman they want, but they just decide they want to be a killer. It's sad. It also, revolves around the lifestyle they're brought up into. And I know pornography, literally, oh man, that really twists your mind. I mean, after a while of me, I'll admit it, teenage years, looking at that stuff, after a while it started turning my stomach and it made me sick. So I ended up stopped watching it, looking at it, because it just twisted my mind. It was disgusting. After a while, it just got bleh. So, I mean, hey, it's just, and then when people just continue to look at it and get twisted and seeing men with women, women with men, and right, they're there with nobody, just watching it, their mind gets twisted, and they go off and do stupid things, murder, rape. And I think that's got something to do with it. Some of it. Not all of it. But when people like Anthony Snots, Mr. Keegan Dipstick Klein, leads them to, I got to go to women that are immature and, don't know better type thing. So I'm not saying that's correct. That's my thoughts, theories, ideas on it. But hey, if they were to go to something that was to their level, to their category, I think people would have a better, life and interest of wanting to be here instead of making the wrong decisions. That's what I think. But I can't change the world. I only can give out right. And this is what this channel is all based on. Thoughts, theories, ideas. Make you think about things is right. But this guy right here, I'm glad he's taking his medicine and liking it because, right, he don't belong in the streets. But all in all, this case, man, just keeps throwing out the distractions. Just like Allen. Why ain't he convicted yet? How more longer is he gonna sit in jail before, and I was talking to someone about this, about Allen and how he's dramatically changed, lost weight. That's right, he's in there, he's going into a self-depression of, and killers don't do that, all right? Natural-born killers. And the sick stuff that was mentioned in this crime would not crumble like Allen is. I'm sorry. Allen is at the wrong place, wrong time. And that bullet they say they have, the only crucial piece of evidence, I believe, was swapped out with something else. Yeah, that's right, swapped out. So some of my thoughts, theories, and ideas. And notice how the bullet comes up after Allen's home was raided. You never heard about this bullet in the beginning. You knew about the gun. You didn't know about no bullet being found. As many as articles I went back in, and you can go check my videos. I never talked about anything about any bullet being found. And I mean, that's the thing. That's why I do my videos like this. That's why I bring up all the articles I can on it that I find intriguing, interesting, to bring forth what they say. Sometimes they change. Sometimes they have different stories behind it. And a lot of times they disappear. And that's why I do my videos. Because you're not going to make my stuff disappear. And it's only interesting to know what is really going on in the backstory of this. You know, I've had people tell me, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And this happened. And that happened. And where do you get this info from? Hey, I get it from articles. There's not a damn video that I have on a case that I did not go into an article and read. Everything is based on something I read. Just like I had someone tell me, here's a perfect example. I read an article that said Lane Staley of Alice in Chains wrote a song, the song Rooster, about his father in the war. Come to find out, I guess Jerry Cantrell wrote the song for his father about the war. But I know I read it, that it was Lane Staley that wrote the lyrics. It was his song. But someone came back and said, you're wrong, you're stupid. Hey, I told him and wrote back, I read an article that said that. So, you know, there are articles also that people get confused, people write wrong, and my wife is reading articles every day now. She's getting into stuff like this, and she's been reading articles to me that interest her, and right, she'll read another one and it's all changed. It's something different. And I keep telling her, it's like, hey, it ain't no different than what I do in my videos. And that's why I do my videos. If there's something I see and then it's changed in another article, bang, I got to do a video on it. But anyways, it's pretty sad though, this case keeps going on. This was the day when it happened, that they finally caught the Delphi murderer. But yet, nothing has came out about the creepy dolls, about the last seconds of the footage of the video. You know, the pictures that someone said that they had finally got a hold of. And even someone commented on my video to say that someone how the hell you put all kinds of stuff, and I even found the pictures, and they're just ridiculously blurry. There was nothing in them pictures you could see. You could see outlines, you could see, you know, certain things to a point, but it never revealed nothing. And if Alan was the killer, then why wasn't the obsession of creepy dolls revealed? If someone has an obsession, all right, then them goddamn creepy dolls or any type of doll should have been found in Alan's house. If he had an obsession, where's his, you know, besides a friggin' bullet in his house? Everything that was found, knives, you know, even people were saying it was a butcher from a butcher factory that did this. And Alan turned out to be a photo person at CVS or Walgreens or whatever drugstore. That's it. Does he have a background in the meat market? Being the meat man? No, nothing has came up anything about all this stuff that has been circulating around the story throughout the 5-6 years. Nothing has come up on Alan. And I'm sure everybody that had their suspect that was telling me in comments, you're wrong, this is the person. And now that person don't even exist in the story. Although Ron Logan is still someone of an interest that was involved, there's also other people that probably were involved, as they will say. But, and that's what they keep saying about this case, there's still people involved. And we need to figure it out. But yet, no conviction. I don't know, man. This is an insane story. And I think my thoughts, theories, and ideas is that, right? The good guys screwed something up because they were trying to round up their ring of bad guys and put every little piece of evidence on them. But, sorry, it all backfired. They can't get nobody to lay that finger on. And this genealogy, DNA testing, which they say they have 2 pieces of evidence of DNA. 2. And yet, hasn't been tested yet with Alan's DNA. What's really going on here, folks, in the world of Delphi? I'll tell you. Oh, man. And this, who the hell came? I mean, all I want to hear about this Anthony Schnauz is that he's been convicted and going to spend the rest of his damn life in jail. I'm getting sick of his plea with, shut up and convict this jerk off already. Shut up and put him in jail and let everybody hear this. He's behind bars for the rest of his goddamn life. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear no more info on this crap. I don't want to hear no more involvement of the Delphi murders. Because obviously he is not the person. He is not the killer. He's just a fat, lazy slob that couldn't get a woman and just try to, do his business with kids. Sick prick. But till that next video, be safe, take care. And I stepped aside and happened to open up a TikTok account, but I'm only going to do that to represent my YouTube channel. Every little thing like this, Delphi murders, a murder, ghost, I'm going to be promoting and doing some funny things on it, but I'm going to keep my loyalty with YouTube by representing my channel on TikTok. That's all I'm going to do. I mean, I'll probably throw in some funny filters here and there, but there's some funny stuff on that you can do, but my loyalty sticks here, YouTube. Because I'll tell you, you need your thoughts, theories, ideas out there. And people need to know about, even though I've noticed my shorts have been taken off, other than my long videos. So, but whatever. My loyalty's here, my fans, true fans are here. I want to thank everybody who has joined. I hope we keep this journey going together. And, be safe, take care, always beware. Because my eyes, this Delphi murderer is still out there. Keep your fist up, people. Keep your fist up and keep swinging to all the evil around you. Don't let them push you around. Out. Oops.